is it true that he's a very demanding director as well, in the sense
very.
he wants the best out of you?
He doesn't give anything, you know, even if it's, when we often talk about this, that even if it's a small dialogue, you know, it doesn't have any emotion behind it, it doesn't have any backing of some backstory behind it or anything, but still, you know, he puts in that extra thing in it.
I think it was the first or second day he said it to both of us. He said that I have done this with Amitji, I have done this with Ajay, done it with Akshay, I've done it with everyone, Amir, Salman. I take a lot of takes. So do not get irritated. Because
yeah, but the thing with Raji is, you know, if he asks for 30 takes, he's not just doing it because, you know, he just wants to do it. Because he's doing it for a reason. He's looking for something
that you don't know what he's looking for, but when you realize what he was looking for, you sit back and you go, ah.
You've worked in 2 films with 4 leading ladies, and Katrina was supposed to be a leading lady in Bachna Hai Hasino too. What's your take on her now that you finally worked with her?
Well, you know, obviously Katrina Kaif, before I got into this movie, was this humongous star, and you know, this she's won every poll possible that you can think of. You know, there are dolls being made on her and all. So you kind of you know, you wonder, you know, what this person will be like, you know, on set. You know, will she have an attitude problem? But I don't think so. I think Katrina is just the most fun person I've worked with. You know, she's easy, she's hardworking, she's passionate.
What would you say to your die-hard fans? Why should one come and watch the two of you together in Ajab Prem ki Ghazab Kahani?
I think for the reasons which I just said, and since they were so great, I just used those 8 wonderful adjectives. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to those ones. Is that for me, as I said again, it's more interesting to watch an unusual love story, and this is an unusual film, not just an unusual love story. It is very wacky. Everything is very tongue-in-cheek. I personally can say with 100% conviction, whether it goes down well or not, I have to pray and hope. But my character is something that very, very different from anything that I've done in my other films. And the music is something which for me has just, I think they just got it so right in the movie. It just touches your heart, but at the same time, every song takes you into a different world. There's one song which will take you into this fun, wacky world. Another song will take you into this extremely romantic place. Another song will say, oh, that's, you know, that's really fun, you know. Oh, so sweet.
Which also we have to give credit to, you know, Ahmed Khan, who's
completely his credit.
He's really given, you know, a new dimension to this film.
So, what would be your pick amongst all these things?
Well, I think just simply that the film is made with a lot of heart. You know, everyone has really put in a lot. We actually believed in the subject and in the characters, and it's fun. I mean, when I watch it, you know, I have a smile on my face. And sometimes you'll have a tear in your eye and a smile on your face. So just see it for that purpose.
You should write.
Who's?
See that? You see that?
No, I was just gonna say that, but you know, no. I know you. Whose description was better?
Yours was.
Mine was, no?
Yeah.
No, mine was all hard.
No, that's the opposite. Yours was technically good, which is why she said you should write. But when I was speaking, she had a smile on her face, right? Yeah.
That's what you work on, people,
I'm more
right?
hard.
Okay. Yeah, you are more hard.
Just 2 questions off from the film. You did Rajniti. How was the whole experience?
I have started shooting for the film, but I've actually, the majority of the film is left. We're actually going to start back on that film as soon as our man is ready. He had to finish another film, so we did some pretty difficult portions which were there to be done in the film. I guess we'll get to that film when the time comes. But that's also an amazing film. And I think one nice thing about that film is whatever people see us together in Ajab Prem ki Ghazab Kahani as, they'll completely be taken to a completely different world when they see us in Rajniti. You won't even think you're seeing the same people.
And you're doing Rocket Singh, right?
Yeah.
With a very shy director,
yeah.
Shimit. So what's the plan for that?
Well, I haven't started working. I just started my prep work, but like she said, you know, there's time for every film. You know, I'm just starting my work on that film.
Okay, that's not yet begun.
Yeah. Please don't interrupt his thought process. He's a serious type. I mean, his preparation right now.
Do you find love funny?
Wow.
You do.
In and around you, in the real world.
I do.
Yeah, I mean, you said like it's. I mean, you don't find the word love funny, but you're saying it's the person who you are with, and you know you want to have a certain kind of, you want him to have a certain kind of sense of humor.
Love is something. Again, I'm sure it's going to sound like the most cliched answer in the world, but love is something which, the more every day goes by, and the more the years go by, I can't understand it for the life of me, and I think that is the same with most people.
Well, I'll have to agree with what she's saying. I really don't know how do you define love. I don't know if it's funny. I mean, we don't laugh at love. You know, we take love very seriously. You know, whenever we are in love, you know, like, ha ha ha, I'm in love. We go like, ha.
You're usually crying.
Yeah.
What's that one romantic movie, that one love story across the world that you would love to be a part of?
For me, Casablanca. There's just no doubt about it. Casablanca or then Gone with the Wind.
Either
I agree they're traditional cliche films, but there's a reason why they're the greatest films, I think.
Kagaz Ke Phool, Shri 420, Life is Beautiful. I thought that was amazingly romantic, even though it wasn't a romantic film.
The greatest love stories are always unfulfilled, I think. Or maybe that's just my... No, not necessarily unrequited, unfulfilled. Like in Casablanca, he doesn't get her, she doesn't get him. Because of reasons. In Gone with the Wind, again, he doesn't get her, she doesn't get him. Those are for me, they're always the best love stories.
All these are Ajab Prem ki Ghazab Kahani, if you go and see.
Yeah, they are actually.
She's spoiled. But see, that's the thing I think is that makes an interesting film. If you're dealing with a film on romance, something has to be quirky. Yeah. There was no need for him in Gone with the Wind to love her so much. She was a spoiled brat who was
this is Ajab Prem ki Ghazab Kahani.
I know, but I'm sorry. I can't give away the story here. I can't say there's no need for... Actually, I can, which is what I was getting at, but you interrupted my thought. There's no need for him to love me so obsessively in the film because I actually am kind of a bit selfish in the film.
Yeah, I mean, we had conversations about that also.
Yeah, we did.
The story sounds almost like most love stories in today's day and age, right?
I don't really think love changes. I mean, characters change, I mean, in movies you see characters change, but the emotion, basic emotion, the core emotion of love has always remained the same in every film. I mean, you still feel the same emotions, which has jealousy, has possessiveness, you think about that person, you act in a certain way when you're in love.
One
you're not
thing
redefining love in
I
any
have
way.
to underline again, and it's really important that everybody
I hope it's not about Casablanca.
No. It's that this is not a romantic film in the sense of don't think you're going to go and sit down and see like some nice, sweet thing. It is a wacky, mad comedy. Okay, fine. You want to market it as it's a love story. He wants it to be a love story. So it's
a comedic love story.
It is a wacky, comic, romantic love story.
Dramatic?
Family, joyful,
Family
wholesome,
for sure,
entertainer.
Joyful, wholesome entertainer.